And our final entry is our Milking Shorthorn Junior Champion. She a summer yearling, being Core Star MM Rasta, sired by BDF Marcia's Money, her dam Ginvale Logic Loretta, also owned and exhibited by Glamourview Farm in Walkersville, Maryland. Our junior champion Milking Shorthorn, a summer yearling Core Star MM Rasta. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the 7 entries to compete for our Supreme Junior Champion title here at the 2024 Maryland State Fair Dairy Show. The 2 young men that you have in the arena who have officiated at all of the dairy shows here this year. The man in the white shirt, Mr. Kevin Doberreiner. Kevin is formerly from Pennsylvania, now resides in West Salem, Ohio, where he owns and operates along with his family Queens Manor Farm. Kevin is no stranger to the purebred dairy show scene, as he has fitted and shown and participated in many All-Americans throughout the years. The young man in the blue shirt, Mr. Madison Fisher, he currently resides in Frostburg, Maryland, where he is the manager for Gladheart Farms. They operate under the prefix of Big Guns along with his father, and they have bred and shown and sold many All-Americans at Madison, North American, and the All-American Dairy Show. And both of these gentlemen have vast experience in placing dairy cattle, not only locally and through the state, but national shows as Madison, as I just mentioned. Both of them have participated as judging as well as fitting and exhibiting throughout not only the United States, but abroad also. We're very happy to have Mr. Kevin Doberreiner and Madison Fisher to select their animals here. And as they have viewed all of the 450 dairy animals that have been exhibited, to select our supreme champions of our dairy shows. If we may have the champion bred and owned entries to the dockside, you will be next. Champion bred and owned animals as in the individual 7 breeds to the dockside. This has always been the culmination of very successful dairy shows here at the Maryland State Fair. Those of you from the public may have just joined us. These are the young offspring of the various 7 breeds of dairy cattle that are exhibited here. These animals will go on for further honors at national and regional shows. While we may not have the quantity of our animals here at Timonium and in Maryland of our dairy shows, I can assure you that we have the quality as is exhibited, particularly here with our junior females of our individual breeds. Champion bred and owned of the 7 breeds, please have your animals at the dockside. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've asked our judges, Mr. Doberdiner and Fisher, to make a few general comments about these animals before we crown our supreme champion heifer.
Give these exhibitors of these junior champion heifers a round of applause. It's quite a group of heifers out here. I think that's it's a very uniform group from start to finish with your Ayrshire, your Swiss, and your Guernsey, your Holstein. So without further ado, the announcer's going to announce your supreme heifer.
Ladies and gentlemen,
congratulations.
May I present to you our Supreme Junior Champion jersey exhibited by Glamour View Farms, your Supreme Champion heifer. Supreme Champion Junior Heifer Junior Champion Summer Yearling Vera Joel Venmo, exhibited by Glamour View Farms, our Supreme Champion Junior of the 2024 Maryland State Fair. Congratulations to Emily and Craig and Eugene Yeager of Glamour View Farm. Denny, are we ready? Ladies and gentlemen, now we're ready for our best bred and owned cows in our 7 breeds, the same as just left the ring. We will begin with our well, if they ever get here, the best bred and owned Ashar is a junior 3-year-old, Vales Pride Prom Rickle, sired by Dela Prain Prime, out of Vales Pride Burdette Roper, exhibited by Vales Pride Farm in Thurmont, Maryland. Best bred and owned Ashar, Vales Pride Prime Rickle. Our best bred and owned Brown Swiss is a senior 2-year-old, Berlin Daredevil Roulette, sired by Hilltop Acres B Daredevil, out of the cow Berlin Carter Redick, sired by, as I mentioned, Hilltop Acres B Daredevil, exhibited by Lincoln Mongold of Berlin Farm in New Windsor, Maryland. Our Brown Swiss bred and owned senior 2-year-old, Berlin Daredevil Roulette. Our best bred and owned Guernsey, a 4-year-old cow, Anavadale's Levi Vera. She sired my Meridor Aaron Levi, out of the cow Two Light Mints Vivian. Owned and exhibited by Wayne Spurrier of Anavadale Acres in Kemar, Maryland. Our grand champion Guernsey, bred and owned, Anavadale's Levi Vera. Our grand champion Holstein, bred and owned, is a 4-year-old, Peace and Plenty Doc Jury, sired by Woodcrest King Doc, out of Peace and Plenty GCF Juby 4. Owned and exhibited by Peace and Plenty Farms of Union Bridge, Maryland. Our champion Holstein bred and owned, a 4-year-old cow, Peace and Plenty Doc Jury. Following with our Jersey best bred and owned, a junior 2-year-old, she being Earhart Chrome Shower. Her sire is River Valley CC Chrome. Her dam is Earhart Andrea's Sprinkler. Owned and exhibited by Blakely Earhart of Earhart Holsteins and Jerseys in Baldwin, Maryland. Our Jersey bred and owned champion, a 2-year-old Earhart Chrome Shower. Coming in the ring, representing the Shorthorn breed, milking Shorthorn breed, is the bred and owned champion senior 2-year-old, Daisland Acres N. Fugo. Her sire is BDF Marsh's Money, out of the cow Elite Huck on Fire. Owned by and exhibited by Katie Stevens of Daisland Acres in Frederick, Maryland. Our bred and owned champion milking Shorthorn, a junior senior 2-year-old, Daisland Acres N. Fugo. And our grand champion, bred and owned red and white Holstein, a 6-year-old cow, she being Pheasant Echoes Wrangler. Her sire is Incredible Her dam is Pheasant Echoes Lad P. Ray, owned and exhibited by Byron Stamball and family of Pheasant Echoes Farm in Westminster, Maryland. A red and white champion bred and owned Holstein, 6-year-old cow, Pheasant Echoes Wrangler. These are the 7 contestants for best bred and owned. The Maryland State Fair is making a $500 award to the supreme bred and owned cow, which one of these animals in this ring at this time will accept. The award is made by the Maryland State Fair in memory of one of the most ardent supporters of dairy cattle throughout the United States, in memory of Michael Heath. Herds people in the barn may be getting your grand champion cows ready and bring them to the dockside. Probably a couple of them are already out here, but we will need the other grand champions of the respective breeds that are not here in the ring at the present time to compete for Supreme Dairy Cow. Ladies and gentlemen, those of you at the ringside who may just join us or not familiar with what's going on here, you have in front of you the respective grand champion bred and owned animals, which means that the animals in here were bred and owned by their exhibitors to qualify, which we will select our supreme champion bred and owned cow here at the 24 edition of the Maryland State Fair Dairy Show. The distinction between these animals and our last class, which will be coming in the ring, is that each one of these animals here now have been bred, which means that they were calved and owned by the exhibitor and raised up anywhere. So we've got 2-year-olds in here, which means they're 2-year-old cows that have just had their first offspring, to a 6-year-old cow which has had 4 calves in her lifetime at a approximately 365-day calving interval. You may question the size difference in some of the animals. Each one of these breeds have a prospective picture of the ideal animal for their breed. The black cow and the big red and white cow at the end here are Holsteins. Mature Holsteins are 1,500 pounds and up. You have Jerseys, the fawn-colored cow right here in the center of the ring. While not as large in stature, are much smaller, still produce 25, 30,000 pounds of milk per year. The other breeds all are of approximately the same size and same productive value.
Give these exhibitors a round of applause. This is quite a group of cows. This Bred Known Supreme is in honor of a guy that's a pretty big mentor to Kevin and I. We both wouldn't be where we are today without him. And it's a very big honor to have the Supreme Bred Known award created for him because he loved breeding and owning good cattle. So we'll let the announcer give you your Supreme Bred Known.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Maryland State Fair, we're happy to award $500,000 to the Supreme Bred and Owned cow in memory of Michael Heath, Peace and Plenty Doc Jury, our 4-year-old. Hey, Austin, they said I put too many zeros on that. It stops at 2. Okay? I'm sure you're happy with that. Nona may not be happy, but I'm sure you will be. I'll tell you what, somebody wants to buy her for $500, I think we can get that job done. Michael Heath would get that job done for $500,000 if somebody wants to buy her. Chris, where you at? We'll sell her. Floor, $500,000. Chris, where you at? Chris Hill. Congratulations to our Supreme Bred and Owned cow here at the Maryland State Fair. Peace and Plenty Doc Jury, exhibited by the Peace and Plenty Farms of Union Bridge, Maryland. I just hope Donna Mars and Andy Cashman didn't catch that mistake. We'll be ready for our Supreme Champion Senior Female just as soon as these cows have a chance to exit the arena, take a picture, and then we will compete with our final selections. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to begin the final dairy class here at the open show with the Maryland State Fair with the selection of our Supreme Senior female in our 7 dairy breeds. We're going to begin with our Grand Champion Ashar, a 6-year-old cow. Send them in, Denny. Our Grand Champion Ashar cow is a 6-year-old, she being Joe Mill Burdette Calliope, sired by Palmyra TriStar Burdette. Out of the cow, Joe Mill Pokes Keegan. The 6-year-old was mentioned, exhibited by Glamour View Farms of Walkersville, Maryland. Our Grand Champion Ashar, a 6-year-old Joe Mill Burdette Calliope. Our Brown Swiss Grand Champion is a senior 2-year-old. She is Cruises ACC Just Dance, sired by Volker's TD Carter. Out of the cow, Cruises Victor Jitterbug, also exhibited and owned by Glamour View Farm of Walkersville, Maryland. Our Brown Swiss Grand Champion, a senior 2-year-old, Cruises ACC Just Dance. Our Guernsey Grand Champion is a senior 2-year-old, Prairie Cream J.D. Lincoln. She's sired by Spring Hill James Dean. Her dam is Nicely's Lily Ann. Also owned by Glamour View Farm of Walkersville, Maryland. Our Grand Champion Guernsey, a senior 2-year-old, Prairie Cream J.D. Lincoln. Our Grand Champion Guernsey. No stranger to the ring. Our Grand Champion Holstein, a 4-year-old cow, Peace and Plenty Doc Jury, sired by Woodcrest King Doc. Her dam is Peace and Plenty GCP Juby 14. Owned and exhibited by Peace and Plenty Farms of Union Bridge, Maryland. Grand Champion Holstein, Peace and Plenty Doc Jury. Coming in the ring is our Grand Champion Jersey. She too is a 6-year-old cow. SSF Andreas Camilla. She's sired by Sunset Cannon Andreas out of SSF Adam Cayley. Owned and exhibited by Terry Packard and Ernie Kiefner of South Mountain Jerseys in Boonesboro, Maryland. Our Grand Champion Jersey, 6-year-old SSF Andreas Camellia. Coming in the ring now is our Grand Champion Milking Shorthorn, a 5-year-old cow, Mill Creek Blaine Sophia, sired by Eichler's Lamano Blaine. her dam Arbflow Springs Huckabee Sweets, owned and exhibited by Glamour View Farm of Walkersville, Maryland. The grand champion milking Shorthorn, 5-year-old Mill Creek Blaine Sophia. And our final contestant, our red and white Holstein grand champion, another 6-year-old cow, Pheasant Echoes Wrangler, sired by Incredible. Her dam is Pheasant Echoes Lad P. Ray, owned and exhibited by Byron Stamball of Pheasant Echoes Farm in Westminster, Maryland. Our grand champion, red and white Holstein, 6-year-old Pheasant Echoes Wrangler. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the 6 animals that are competing for Supreme Champion Dairy Cow here at the 2024 Maryland State Fair Dairy Shows. And while our judges, Mr. Kevin Doberreiner and Madison Fisher, will make our selection on behalf of the Maryland State Fair, its officers and directors, and the dairy cattle staff, we wish to express our appreciation and thanks to all of you exhibitors, herdspersons, owners, friends who have not only brought your cattle here but supported our fair in many, many other ways. Without your support and allowing your animals to be part and spend several days here, it would not be as successful and as looked upon throughout the agriculture industry as to the quality of animals that we have here in the state of Maryland and to promote our dairy products. We wish you all the best success in the upcoming shows in fall, and to you spectators who may not be familiar, you're at the Maryland Dairy Show at the Maryland State Fair. While we may not have the quantity of many of the other large state fairs, you will see these animals and other animals that are throughout the barn very, very competitive and winning at the larger shows at Madison, the All-American Dairy Show in Harrisburg, North American in Louisville. These animals will not only represent their owners and to the particular states that they're from, but the dairy cattle industry and agriculture as a whole. last night at our Holstein fraternity. In our real bird judging, we had 15 people correctly identify the placings of that.
Give these exhibitors and cattle a round of applause. It's been a pleasure for Kevin and I to be here the last 2 days. Had a lot of fun, a lot of extremely good cattle come out of this state for being such a small state. An exhibit here at the state fair and go on down the road. I think these are 7 fine individuals to represent each breed here. Without further ado, we'll get you a Supreme.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, on behalf of the Dairy Cattle Department and the Maryland State Fair, congratulations, each and every one of you. It's my privilege and pleasure to present to you our Supreme Champion Dairy Cow, a 6-year-old Jersey SSF Andreas Camilla. Congratulations to Ernie and Terry, South Mountain Jerseys, our Supreme Champion Dairy Cow, SSF Andreas Camilla, exhibited by Ernie Kiefner and Terry Packard, South Mountain Jerseys in Boonesboro, Maryland. Congratulations to all of you. We certainly appreciate you taking your time to bring those beautiful animals here. And I know that those cows are surely ready to be milked. So thank you all very much. To all you exhibitors, friends, and attendees, on behalf of the Maryland State Fair and the dairy industry as a whole in Maryland, congratulations, best wishes. We hope you have a very successful upcoming shows in the fall. Look forward to having you back here in 2025. With that, this concludes our open class dairy animals here at Timonium, here in the Cow Palace. Our junior shows, our 4-H FFA shows, will begin individual shows on Sunday and Monday here in the arena. Our judging contest, 4-H and FFA judging contest, will begin here tomorrow morning. Thank you all for coming. We enjoy your presence here. Enjoy the rest of the fair.